Associate Professor, Department of IT, RMD, Engineering College. So in this section we are going to discuss Introduction to Cascading Style Sheet. What is CSS? A cascading style sheet allows you to separate your website content from its style. Always you can use your HTML file to arrange the content, but all of the presentation are accomplished within a CSS. That is font, color, background, borders, text formatting, link effects, and so on. What are the different types of cascading style sheet? Inline style sheet, internal style sheet, and external style sheet. Now we are going to discuss what is an internal style sheet. So the internal style sheet code has to be placed inside the HTML file itself. You can include the style tag within the header section or in the body section by using the tag style type equal to text bar CSS. After that you can place the whatever the content of your CSS. Then close the style tag. Within this method, each HTML file contains the CSS code need to be styled the page, meaning that any changes you want to make to one page will have to be made to all. This method can be good if you need to style only one page or if you want different pages to have varying styles. Next, what is an external style sheet? An external CSS file have to be created with any text or HTML editor such as Notepad. You type the only CSS code and save the file with extension .css. The file should not contain any HTML tags. After that, you can link to the file externally by placing the following links in the head section of every HTML file you want to style. By using the tag link, the attribute relationship has to be specified as style sheet. The type of the file is either text or it may be CSS. In the href attribute, you have to specify what is the name of the CSS file. The advantage may be that easier maintenance and it reduces the size of the file. Inline style. Inline styles are defined right in the HTML file alongside the element you want to style. For example, if you want to specify separate style to the paragraph element, the inline style has to be specified within the HTML element itself by using the syntax style equal to property colon value. Then what are the issues in the CSS? The use of external style sheet also can benefit users that suffer from some disabilities. That is, for instance, a user can turn off your style sheet or substitute one of their own font size to increase the text size or change colors and so on. You may discover that all the browsers are not created equally, to say the least. CSS can and will render differently in various browsers, causing numerous headaches. Now we are going to discuss what is the rule or the syntax of your CSS. The CSS rule or the syntax have three parts, that is selector, curly braces, property, colon, value. The selector is the HTML element that you want to style. The property is the actual property title and the value is the style you want to apply to that property. Each selector can have multiple properties and each property within that selector can have independent values. The property and the value are separated within colon and contained within curly brackets. Multiple properties are separated by semicolon. Multiple values within a property are separated by comma, and even individual value contains more than one word, you surround it with quotation mark. What is an inheritance? When you nest one element inside another, the nested element will inherit the properties assigned to the containing element, unless you modify the inner element's value independently. For example, a font declared in the body will be inherited by all text in the file, no matter the containing element, unless you declare another font for a specific nested element. For example, you are specifying the font family as Vedana for body tag. Now all the text within the HTML file will be set to Vedana. If you want to style certain text with another font like an H1 or a paragraph, then you could do the following. So H1 you specify the separate style. For the paragraph you specify the separate style. So now all the H1 tags within the file will be set to Georgia font and all the P tags are set to be Tama, leaving text with other elements unchanged from the body declaration. There are instances where nested elements do not inherit the containing element properties. For example, if you set the margin property to 26 for the body tag, the other elements within the file will not inherit the body margin by default.